Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. Now we're going to learn about the new functions, two new functions which we have up here in the PyTest. Okay, those two new functions which we are going to learn about right here are the skip and xfail. Skip and the xfail. These are the two different functions which we are having up here into the into the PyTest. Fine. Now, what are the cases, what are the situations where these would be used? First let's discuss about the situations. Then I would move forward with the other things in this particular one. Okay. Now let's consider. So here goes consider. My first condition could be that maybe a test is not relevant. A test is one second, a test is not relevant due to due due to some reasons, due to some reasons for some time. This can actually happen at a test is not relevant for some time because of some reasons, right? One case which could appear up while you are writing up your test, while you're running that out, correct? Further, a new feature right here, a new feature is being implemented. A new feature is being implemented. A new feature is being implemented, and we already added a test for that feature. Now it can happen that a new feature is being implemented, but for that respective feature we already add a test case. Now this could as well be one of the condition. Now these are the type of conditions in which you have to use up the xfail and you have to use up the skip functions. Okay, xfail and skip functions. These are the relevant cases where they are required to be used up. Okay, hope I am clear with that. One second. Let me get down very quickly right here. So these are the situations. These are the situations where the xfail and skip functions will, one second, these are the situations where the xfail and the skip functions will work. Fine. So now that's pretty much clear. That's absolutely pretty much clear into those conditions that okay, these are the situations where you could simply use up the xfail and the skip functions, and these are the places where these functions are going to work out. Right now, what it will do, the PyTest, what it will do. Let me tell you that particular thing as well. So I'm going to write it out from here. That PyTest will execute the x failed test, whatever the x failed test, whatever the test you have made out using the x fail function, it will execute that out. But what it is gonna do, but it will not be considered as part failed or passed tests, or passed or passed tests. Okay, so PyTest will execute the xfail test, but it will not be considered as part fail or the passed test. Okay, it will be executed. There is no such thing that it will not get executed, but the execution, whatever is going to happen, either it won't be considered as a part, or that will be shown as a passed test. Okay, this is what's going to happen up here. So whatever the details will be there, so I would write up that details of those tests will not be printed. Details of those tests will not be printed even will not be printed even if the test fails. Okay, so details of those tests will not be printed even if the test fails as well. Okay, so this is how this will be done. Okay, now this is about the Xfail. Now how it's like, what's the syntax for the Xfail? So you're going to use out @PyTest dot, now that's as well one of the markers. So yes, you need to initialize the marker dot Xfail. When I told about the markers, so there I did told about the suspective one, right? That's the Xfail. Fine. So now into that particular @PyTest dot mark dot Xfail. Done. Okay, now what about that skipping one? So skipping of a test means that the test will not be executed. It means the test will not be executed. Okay, that respective part, that respective test will be skipped out and it won't be executed. Fine. So what's the formula? So I would, so not the formula, the syntax. I could write up that we can skip. Let me get down very quickly. So yeah, we can skip tests. We can skip tests using the following marker. Okay, we can skip up the test using the following marker, and that's @PyTest dot mark dot skip. Okay, so this is how it's gonna skip up the test. Okay, this is the marker which is actually gonna be used for skipping up that respective marker, right? So simply, as you define up the fixtures and everything, simply above the function you could define up @PyTest dot mark dot Xfail and @PyTest dot mark dot skip. So that portion will be simply either it will be skipped or it will be Xfail. Okay. So hope I am very much clear with this. Let me quickly give you a very quick recap of whatever we did learned out in this particular. So skip and the Xfail function. So when are these ones used, these two functions? So these are used whenever either a test case is not relevant due to some reasons for some time, or a new feature is being implemented and we already added a test for that respective feature. Okay, now these are the situations where the Xfail and the skip functions will work out. So PyTest will execute the Xfailed test, but it will not be considered as part failed or passed test. Fine. So the details for those tests will not be printed even if the test fails. So here @PyTest.mark.xfail is for the Xfail, and skipping a test means that the test will not be executed. You can skip the test by using the following marker, that's @PyTest.mark.skip. Right? So hope I am very much clear with this particular thing as well, that how you could do out these respective things, how you could use up these respective functions, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.